What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 80. And still returning with two massive games, even so early on in the season, as we face West Ham at home in the Premier League, then Ajax in match day 4 in the Champions League. Before we get to the games though, shall I know what you've been getting on off camera? And of course, in the last episode, you saw our 4-1 victory away at the Veltins Arena in matchday 1 in the Champions League before our 1-0 loss at home to Spurs. I think there were 8 games off camera, and as you can see, the run's been it's mixed, pretty mixed to be honest. We began with a win against West Ham in the EFL Cup third round, where once again Farina's the penalty shootout king sent us through. Scored the first penalty to shootout, saved one from Bernardeschi, which was their first penalty too, West Ham's first penalty I should say. And then whilst Basia, our former centre-back, scored to keep West Ham in the shootout, Robin Meijer scored the winner to send us through to the fourth round. And following that, a 1-0 victory at home to Aston Villa in the Premier League. Jonathan Sanabria scoring the only goal of the game in this one, connecting with a Max Aaron's cross. Always good to see the wing-backs getting involved for a goal. And after that, a huge win, and one of our best wins of the season so far, as we beat Atletico Madrid by 3-1 in our first ever Champions League game at Carrow Road to make it 2 wins from 2 to start the group stage off. Samuel Madou, I tell you man, he signed that new 5-year extension. I said, is he worth 70 grand a week? Well, he was brilliant in this game, scored our first goal. Teddy Gray scored our second, and whilst Atletico did grab a goal back in the game, Madou from the spot made it 3-1 as we claimed a famous victory there against Diego Simeone's boys. But what followed that was a very tough run to start the month of October off. 3 defeats in 5 games, beginning with a loss away at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal. Switched to gegenpress for this game, and unfortunately just did not perform. The first goal Arsenal scored, just a real mix-up, as Schiatti made it 1-0, and Alessandro got his second goal of the game late on as he goes in search of back-to-back golden boots. And after that, we beat Man City by 3-1 to recover, who, well, more on them in a moment's time, but they are having an incredibly tough start to the season. Matty Longstaff scoring our first goal from a set piece. Then Oscar scored what can only be described as a pub football goal. I mean, we know Edison's distribution is great, but I don't think this was about his fantastic kick. Just shocking defending. What happened for that goal, I have absolutely no idea. But in the second half, we managed to find the 2 goals that would give us the 3-1 victory, and they both came from, guess who? Teddy Gray. First goal heading in, and Aaron's cross, I think it was, and then scoring the second, smacking it past the Brazilian to make it 3-1 in this game. Before that, we had our first loss in the Champions League group away in the Netherlands at the Johan Cruyff Arena against Ajax. I said who would be tougher to get through, Schalke or Ajax. Well, I think we found our answer. Brewster had a goal disallowed in the first half, but in the second half, Hector Bellerin, the former Arsenal man, gave Ajax the big 1-0 victory there. And as you'll see the group in just a moment's time, it really is tight. Following that though, back to winning ways against Huddersfield Town in Yorkshire. Got away with this one though. Late on in the game, pushing, pressing, looking for a game winner. Huddersfield went down to 10 men, and Ryan Brewster converted a penalty as we won the game by a 1-0 with very few seconds remaining. And our final game of camera was our 3rd defeat of the past 5 games as we lost to Spurs in the EFL Cup 4th round. I thought we were going to do it on the shootout once again, but Farina's missed our first time he's missed a penalty, and whilst he did make up for it, denying Dele Alli, unfortunately we missed 2 penalties in a row right towards the end of the game. First Manzotti, our young Mexican wonder kid, and Carl Crowley, he did it once again. He missed a penalty last year in the Community Shield, and he missed one here as we were knocked out by Spurs. So yeah, not a good run for Norwich in October, very tough indeed, and that's why, as you can see right now, despite the back-to-back wins in the Premier League, we have now dropped down to 4th place in the table. The only good news is that we have a game in hand on all the teams around us right now. That's today against West Ham. If we win it, we'll jump back into 2nd place and cut the gap on the Reds to 1 point. Are we in a title race this season? I mean, based on our start, you could make a case for it, but really, I'm not fussed about keeping pace with Liverpool. I'm not fussed about trying to dethrone Arsenal. As far as I'm concerned, 4th place is more than good enough for me. And you just saw the Champions League group stage table there as well. I'll show you it in full. Here we are in here we are in Group G, and obviously, as you can see, 3 teams tied on 6 points right now. Can I just? Is there no way I can just? Can I please? I just want to. There we go. So yeah, right now, 3 teams tied on 6 points, only separated on the head-to-head ruling. Schalke, who I thought would be a very tough team to get through, they've started off with 3 defeats in 3, so it's looking likely they'll claim the win spoon, and it's going to be very tight to see who ends up qualifying between us 3 here. I really hope it's us. I don't want to drop into the Europa League, but yeah, it's going to be tough to fend off both Ajax and Atletico Madrid. So I don't think there's anything else to show you at all. I can't think of anything I wanted to show you, so let's just dive into the first game. Oh, poor man, Zotti. I know how it feels, bro. I know how it feels, forever alone. But let's dive into the first game of the 2 then. Let's take on West Ham here. Looking to end what has been a very shaky run of form in all competitions, but extend our winning run in the Premier League. Right now in the injury report, as you can see, Sanabria is down, Larici is down, and Robin is a little bit unfit as well. So a bit of a fullback crisis at the moment, but everyone else is fully fit. And this will be our team. Going with the Gegenpress system for the game. I've been alternating between this and the Tiki-Taka. I still am considering making a new tactical system, but for now, I believe in the Gegenpress, and I like the Tiki-Taka as well. So this is our team. Zangrandi's in goal. It's about for Warburton, Pavlovic, Armini, and Aarons as well. Midfield trio is Kenna, Mount, and Bamba, with Madu and Dembele on the wings, and Teddy Gray is leading the lines, our top scorer this season. On the bench, Farines, Godfrey, McTominay, Longstaff, Provenzano, Crowley, and Brewster off to a very tough start this season. First game, it's West Ham. Let's get the win and jump back into second place. Come on, you Canaries. Yeah, I think it was Armini that was at fault for that goal that I described as a mix-up in the Arsenal game, I think it was. He's had a tough start, man. You know, club record signing, most expensive contract by far, 225 grand per week on this 5-year deal. And I've got to say, whilst I love the mental stats and physically he's a real athlete as well, he's had a very tough beginning to life here at Carrow Road. And Lord knows, I would have done anything to have signed that Man City centre-back I showed you guys on Twitter on Saturday afternoon. It's disappointing, man, because Armini's just not had a good start. Anyway, first highlight falling early, and it looks like it's going to come to West Ham as well, as they're inside and Zangrandi makes the save. We've just been very shaky defensively this season. Obviously, I know that when you add a new player into your back line, it's going to be like that. We've had a few injury problems this year as well, especially at full-back. Right now, we're experiencing that. Both our second and third choice right-backs are down, as is our first choice left-back, as Teddy Gray is denied by Areola as he turns behind for a corner. But it's still not acceptable for a team that, if you remember, had a historically good defensive record. Anyway, still 0-0, golden chance there, but Teddy could not take. Half-time, 0-0, more of the ball, more shots, more on target as well. West Ham have committed a lot of fouls in the first half. I'm going to say to the boys, we're not doing badly at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this, although I will individually criticise the defence and the midfield as well. Second half to begin, attacking midfield. Second half to begin, still deadlocked here. This will be a big slip-up, and we definitely won't be in a title race this season if we can't win these games. Switching to very attacking. Distribute quickly as well. And push our defensive line up as high as we possibly can and really get stuck into West Ham as well. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Half an hour to go. But yeah, this is not good, man. We're in poor form right now, and this is the last thing we need. A big slip up at home. Gray, apprehensive on a 6.5. Needs a strike partner, doesn't he? Let's go 4-2-4. Let's go 4-2-4. Might as well lose the game by chasing a winner. I always say that. But I believe it. Take off Mount for Longstaff as he's apprehensive out there as well. And see if we can't find ourselves a late goal to win this. But it's not looking good. Free kick, Herman Bamba. Yes, Matty off the bench gives us the goal that might well win it for us. Bamba's set pieces, man. You know, he's had a tough start to the season again. Last year only scored 2 goals, I think it was, but this guy from set pieces is just a walking assist. Whips it in, Matty off the bench, gives us the goal, and the vice-captain might possibly have headed us to a big relieving 3 points, but highlight for West Ham, we're going to get a taste of our own medicine. Pavlovic heads clear, but straight to Declan Rice. And now Pavon gets it back. Don't surrender it, lads. Don't surrender it. Oh, yes. Well done, Longstaff. Off the bench. High energy. Wins it back. And now Madu, starting a break, wisely plays it back. And Pavlovic will play it all the way back to Zangrandi. Come on, lads. 8 minutes. Oh, no. 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 Come on. Oh, man. How many times did that happen in last year's Football Manager? You know, it was Andre Onana that used to do that on a semi-regular basis, and Zangrandi, that's the first time I've noticed it in this year's Football Manager, to be fair, but oh, that is so annoying. Zangrandi with the unforced error, free kick Norwich, can we rescue it? Bamba, Brewster off the bar, yes, Teddy Gray! Teddy! Those fans that left on the 79th minute mark, are they going to be regretting that? Ryan Brewster's had a brilliant save by Areola, but Teddy Gray slides in. Oh, we don't need another replay to give us the second goal that should hopefully win it for us this time. Oh, God, and where have all these highlights come from? Flag was up for offside there as Paulson was sent through, but a chance here for Norwich to wrap it up. Samuel Madu, burst of pace and the finish into the side netting, as this game has totally just sparked into life towards the closing stages. And another highlight. Drew down the left, crosses. Oh, he's offside. He's definitely offside. Assistant end moving, that's definitely offside. Another disallowed goal for us. Had a few of those in recent weeks, but it will stay as 2-1. Don't need another replay. I think that's going to do it, and it will. Well, the Canaries escape, but what a frenetic finish to that game. Although Longstaff and Gray's goals ensure we do just about get away with the 3 points again. So that'll move us up to second place in the table. And as you can see, we are only behind the Reds by a point, although their goal difference is unbelievable. 31 scored in 11 games and only 2 conceded. That is just truly remarkable. But yeah, it's been a decent start in the Premier League, despite the fact we have been getting away with it in a few of our games, particularly that one and the Huddersfield game as well. But either way, we're still in the top 4 for now. And again, that's my only prerogative this season. I'm not asked about the title race. I just want to guarantee Champions League football again. I tell you what, I'm getting sick of this guy as well. Honestly, I said before, and I'll say it again, I'd rather release him for free in 2 years' time. But he is requested to leave ever since that initial bid from Spurs at the start of last season. And I'm sorry, Mason, but I'm not sending you to one of those clubs. If a European club come in outside of England, you can go, mate. I'll pack your bags for you. But at the end of the day, you're not going to one of those two. Oh, and I've just noticed there's interest in Teddy Gray as well. Who's that from, I wonder? Oh, my God! No! Definitely not. Absolutely not. Look at those bids. Of course, Spurs are in the race. They're in the race for every single player we've got. But no, he's got 3.5 years left on his deal. No. Absolutely not. He's staying here. Look at Barnsley, by the way. Can we just give them some credit? They just got a late winner against Sheffield United here on Monday night. And they're now up to 10th place in the table. Only 2 points behind the Saints in a European spot as well. A couple of years ago, we talked about it. They were dangerously close to setting a record for lowest amount of points in a Premier League campaign before they kicked on towards the end of the season and had that unforgettable win against Arsenal. But this season, they've already got just 1 point shyer than they had in the entirety of 2 years ago. Fair play to the lads from Oakwell, man. They're doing well. So moving on, and I don't care if we escape with the 3 points tonight, so long as we get them match day 4 in the Champions League group stage. And if we do lose here, we're in deep trouble. You expect Atletico to win in Germany after Schalke's very tough start. So if we are to stay top of the group, we will need the 3 points ourselves. So heading into the game, we'll stick with the Gegenpress system and make a couple of changes to our lineup on the back of the escape against West Ham. Farines, who's been our sort of cup and European goalkeeper this year, is back between the sticks. And the back 4 is Warburton, Pavlovic, Godfrey and Aarons. Kenner, Longstaff and Provenzano make up our midfield trio as Provenzano comes in for Hermer. And on the wings, once again, Madu and Dembele supporting Teddy Gray. On the bench, Zangrandi, Armini, McTominay, O'Connor, Bamba, Crowley and Brewster as well. Second and final game, huge one in the Champions League group stage. Come on, you Canaries. Yeah, after losing in the Netherlands, very, very pessimistic tonight, I must say. I think we probably would be considered favourites, as we have a really good team, and of course we're at home as well. But to be honest here, I think I would probably take a draw and then just take my chances on the goal difference / head-to-head record come the end of 6 matches. This is going to be a tough game tonight. Early corner though, as Teddy Gray heads over from Samuel Madu. An early goal would do us the world of good, but yeah, I think to be honest, I would take a draw here after losing on match day 3. But as Aaron shoots off the crossbar, as Sergio Rico pounces on the loose ball, there's going to be goals, definitely. Max down the right hand side, fast start here for Norwich City as Aaron's crosses and Teddy Gray heads over. We're looking for him. We're looking for him at every single opportunity, with Alaba being quite a short player as well. I think it's 5'10". What I'm going to do real quickly is ask the boys to float crosses in and try and exploit the fact the Austrian does not have that much height. 25 minutes in, it's all Norwich here. You'd think a first goal's coming at this rate, but it might just be one of those games where we don't take any chances and the visitors nick one against a run of play. Drew into Kenner as we look to build from inside our own half, with Provenzano playing a glorious ball, and Teddy should have made it 1-0, but it's that 14 finishing. I'm telling you, if it was 1 or 2 stats higher, he'd definitely take those chances on a more consistent basis. Still 0-0, another golden opportunity spurned, but what a ball by Matteo. Provenzano's vision and his range of passing is absolutely amazing. That's one of the reasons why I love this kid so much. Half time, Ajax yet to register a shot on target. Still 0-0. I'll say to the boys here, keep working hard and it will come once again, because we've played well, just haven't taken the chances here. Corner, Matty whips it in. And finally, there it is. Teddy Gray heads us into the lead. I tell you, man, he's so tall. His jumping reach is such a good stat as well. And all you got to do is float those crosses in, and he'll win the balls in the air. I'd say 4 times out of 5. Matty's cross, headed in by Teddy, and Norwich finally had the breakthrough. Noticing Schalke is still holding a Fletico to a goalless draw at the Veltins Arena as well. So the significance of that will mean that we'll go 2 points clear at the top of the group, and a win on match day 5 will ensure that we are heading in to the knockout stage with a game to spare. So just over half an hour to go, and we could be 1 win away from qualification if we hold on to this. Don't like to watch this though. We're constantly just playing the ball back to Freenes, who eventually sends it long. Warburton nods down. I'll tell you what, that's a brilliant first time ball by Longstaff, and Samuel Madu unfortunately shows why he doesn't get as much game time as he probably could. Plays it still way wide, still 1-0. Half an hour to go. Almost there. Ajax haven't really done anything tonight, but now I've said that, watched them come through for their first chance and get a goal from it as well, but Matteo wins it back. Not the best defensive stats, but every now and then makes a crucial tackle as Crowley controls that long kick by Freenes, and away goes Carl off the bench, looking for his redemption moment. One man to beat, whips it in. Matteo volleys it home. First goal of the season for my version of Pirlo, and Norwich double the lead. Just seen Atletico have now taken the lead away at the Veltins Arena. So actually just 1 point, I believe, on match day 5 will guarantee qualification. But Matteo ghosting in, volleying it home, and that will do it. Norwich on course for a huge win. I have to say I was surprised by this. Ajax becoming the first team to beat us in Champions League this season. I thought they'd come here and really test us. Instead, didn't test Freenes at all. Not a single shot on target in a very routine 2-0 victory. So, yeah, it's been a poor, stuttering run of form in the month of October. But as November begins and back-to-back wins, hopefully, we'll be back on track. And hopefully now, we should be able to get through this Champions League group stage. 1 win on match day 5. And thinking about it, I believe that a win on match day... a draw on match day 5 at home to Schalke might be enough, because both Ajax and Atletico Madrid can't win on match day 5. So I think a point might be enough against Schalke, but a win will definitely guarantee it. But that was today's episode of... No, he's not heading to Real Madrid. That was today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. A big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did, then please do drop a like. Hands off my Teddy, Real Madrid, as we end today's episode there. And we'll return in the very next episode with games against... I'd like to try and secure it in the next episode with Schalke and Liverpool, but I want to try and gather a bit more pace as well. We'll come back for match day 6 away in Spain against Atletico. We might still need a result, depending on what happens there at home to Schalke. We'll do Atletico Madrid away and Bournemouth at home as well. Or actually maybe Southampton away, because they're in good form right now. Yeah, let's do that. Southampton away and Atletico away as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon.